There's someone knocking on the door.
Hold on.
No.
Hmm?
No. No. No.
Come on.
No. I'm not supposed to play the game tonight.
I'll play it after.
Hey. Hey.
Yo.
Here.
So, you sure you're gonna be able to read it? There's not too many
Yeah, I'll be able to read it.
inconsistencies reading on the spelling and stuff like that. And just remember certain parts, since you're gonna be reading it like from your point of view, certain parts they'll be like you'll say I and then stuff like that. And then there is some parts where I said he, but I'm talking about other Helldivers. You'll see. You I feel like you know what you're doing.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Oh, let's go to the storyboard. And don't forget, you do got to move your camera around every now and then, or it will shut you from the game. I was worried about that last time because we were sitting still for so long.
Imagine it gets to like the knife scene and all of a sudden, boop.
Yeah, just bloop, it kicks you off.
Alright.
Hold up, actually, let me send the stream out real quick before we start.
Are you streaming it?
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, it'll be
Thought we were gonna
easier.
record it and then put it into a video or something.
Well, the thing is whenever I record, on the PlayStation, it I'll have to go through and like section it off piece by piece because it only let me save uh like 3 minute increments at a time. It'll let me record the whole thing, but like saving it to my camera roll, it'll only let me save 3 minute increments or like 5 minute increments. So what we'll do is we'll live stream it, and then I'll just screen record the live stream and do it like that.
Alrighty.
So let me or if you want, you can because you said you got GarageBand, right?
I do.
If you want to record it on GarageBand and then send me the file link, I can put it into a video format from there.
Whatever works best for you.
Well, to make it more fluent, because like I said, it'll be more fluent you doing it that way. We'll live stream it tonight, and then if whenever you got time, just make it more fluent, make it more, like consistently like speaking type thing, and
Yeah.
I'll turn that into a video.
Alrighty.
And I'll have like gameplay and stuff like that in the back. First, let me pull up the stream. And copy link, because I'm gonna send it on a few different pages because the Mortis guard said I can at everybody on theirs. sec. Channels.
Kicked.
No, I'm trying to find their general chat channel.
Kicked.
I'll just put it in my lore.
We good to begin?
Sorry, I'm posting. Hold up.
All right.
Mortis guard. Reference. I'm a slow speller. Just give me a sec. Mortis. Okay, now let me put it in ours.
You know what I find a little funny?
Huh.
I've played longer than you, and yet you outrank me, both in-game and in the faction.
Yeah, I went hard my first couple of months playing. Okay, so I can probably. Okay, yeah, it'll also let me record while we're doing that. So we could start whenever you're ready.
Alrighty. A long time ago, I was just a kid from Super Earth. But oh boy, did I have dreams. I always wanted... Hold on. I always wanted to be so much more. My dream was to be a historian, recovering ancient artifacts and making new discoveries on the history of my home planet. One day, my family took me to a Super Earth museum to see all the artifacts from before the last Great War. As soon as me and my family entered, my eyes widened with excitement. A huge skeleton of a T-Rex stood at the entrance. Wow, that thing is huge. Let's go check it out. I began to run towards the T-Rex, excited and ready to see everything else they had. Mom, Dad, can we go see the war room? I heard they got a life-size replica of the first atomic bomb. I loved everything about history. I couldn't hold my excitement. I ran ahead. My mom and my dad laughed a little. Wait up! Don't go far. We don't want you to get lost. I heard them, but I couldn't help myself. I moved ever so excitedly. All of a sudden, the alarms began to ring. All the monitors lit up, announcing an invasion of the Illuminate monitor. The monitors read, "Emergency evacuation. Everyone take shelter." I stopped in my tracks, looking at the screen, hearing an announcement. I looked through the crowd and people at my mother and father. As soon as I made eye contact with everyone, began to panic. You could hear the I could hear the ships swapping in people, screaming. The ground rumbled, and the whole museum began to shake. I lost sight of my parents. All I could hear was the screaming of super Earth citizens. Citizens around me, and the shaking of the ground. I knew I didn't have much time, so I ran towards the exit door, hoping to see my family on the other side. All of a sudden, the T-Rex began to fall. I jumped out of the way. It dropped in front of the entrance, crushing a huge crowd of people. I screamed, "No!" I looked all around, seeing people climbing over the T-Rex to try and make it out to the door. More ships began warping in big cloud, and I could hear lasers hitting the ground and the buildings. I looked up at the people climbing the T-Rex and saw the ceiling began to crack. I knew it wasn't going to fall. It was going to fall. I turned around and ran, making my way to the door that read basement. I ran down the stairs leading to the basement. As soon as I made it down, I heard a huge rumbling. I knew the building had fallen. I was scared and began to hyperventilate and panic. I leaned up against a crate's side, down its tires, in wait a minute, down in tears in my eyes. "Help me! Someone help me!" As I cried and screamed, and the ground rumbled above me, the crate tipped over and crushed to the ground. On the other side, I poked my head around the corner of the box, and an old war sword caught my eye. I picked it up. I picked up this. I stood up, wiping my face. "What is this?" Picked up the sword, looking at it intensely. Bailey silver and ivory hilted kata? Wait, this is George Washington's sword. The sword was made for him by John Bailey in Fishkill, New York, around 1778, right? And was carried by George Washington, though the later part of the Revolution War. This is his actual sword, held by the first president of the United States, before Super Earth, and I'm holding it. For a split second, my face lit up with excitement, but I saw my reflection in that sword. I saw the tears in my eyes, and I remembered a quote from George Washington. To be prepared for war is one of the most effectual means of preserving peace. I remembered I had no choice. I realized I had no choice. I had to be prepared to fight. I could see what it meant to be a fighter of truth, a fighter of democracy. I took that sword, wiped my face, and since that day, Fourth, I will no longer be scared. I will no longer hide. No more. He attached the sword. Wait, I attached the sword to my belt, and began to move towards the door, leading to the stairs. I ran to the door, making my way up the stairs, but the door going back to the main lobby was jammed. I couldn't get it all the way open. Then I heard screams from outside, and even though all the screaming, I heard the sound of hell pods falling from the sky. I looked up and saw a hell pod coming down. The pod crashed about 10 feet away from me, shaking the ground. I stumbled back, slipped on the stairs, and fell back, spraining my ankle. I struggled climbing back up to the stairs, each step causing me excruciating pain. By the time I made it back up the stairs, the Helldivers were gone, but the rubble had shifted just enough for the door to open a little more. It gave me just enough space to squeeze through. As I made it through the door, I looked up, seeing a massive T-Rex skeleton still blocking the door. Well, that sucks. What now? I looked around, seeing a sign that pointed to the war room. I smirked and began to limp towards the doors to the war room. Moments later, I came towards a giant opening leading into the war room. I looked around, seeing statues from the First Civil War and tanks from the First World War. In the center of the room, a life-sized replica of the atomic bomb. I looked up at it with amazement, whistling noises. Oh, that's a caption. I looked up at it with amazement. As I was looking up at it, I heard footsteps. I ducked behind a leg, as the footsteps got closer. I poked my head out, seeing a group of voteless stumbling around. I looked down at the sword and up at the bomb. To be prepared for war is one of the most effectual means of preserving peace. I took a deep breath, then unsheathed the sword. I crept up behind one of the voteless, and with one swing... One question. Do I do sound effects?
You can. Do you want to do
Okay.
sound effects?
I mean, it's up to you. I can do either or.
Yeah, you can do sound effects.
Alright. With one swing, shing! He sliced right through it. The voteless had fallen. The voteless head falling to the ground. The others turned around and started running towards me. I started swinging the sword, chopping into the voteless, chopping them down one by one. Ah! Get off my planet! After cutting through the last voteless, I was surging with the adrenaline. I could hardly feel my sprained ankle. I walked towards a hallway and over some rubble. I saw the faint glow of an exit sign moving towards it. I saw the doors and pushed them open. They flew open, leading to an alleyway. I stood out. The air is dry and cold. I shivered, then looked down the alley, Seeing a chief soldier leaned up against the wall. With his vest on the ground, I ran towards him. Sir, are you all right? I kneeled down next to him, and the chief soldier replied, What are you doing here? You shouldn't be in the you should be in the evacuation shelters. I looked at him, seeing I was seeing he was bleeding from his side. What about you? You're bleeding really bad. I reached over, putting pressure on his wound. The chief soldier winced in pain. I'll be all right. You need to get out of here. Take this. It doesn't have much ammo left, but about one clip is all. That's all I got. And here, take this too. Passing me the vest and the rifle, I set the vest down and took the rifle, loading the magazine. I can't just leave you here. The chief soldier coughs. You are an honorary chief soldier now, and I'm giving you an order to go. It is your civil duty to honor my wishes. I didn't know if that was true or not, but I didn't dare ask. I put the vest on and saluted the soldier. I turned around and walked away. I made my way down the streets and heard gunshots down the road. I made my way to a far away, finding the body of a Helldiver. He bent down, his adrenaline. I bent down, my adrenaline starting to fade. These guys are the best of the best. If I couldn't serve, if he couldn't serve, what chance do I stand? I began to panic again, falling down to my knees. I was breathing heavily. I started to punch the ground. Damn it! Snap out of it! I can't do this! I looked over at the Helldiver, and in his hand was a syringe. I reached over and grabbed the syringe from the Helldiver's hand. Stim, I heard about these before. Let me see if I can... If I just... I flipped the cap and drove the stem into my neck. Almost instantly, my ankle stopped hurting. And I even felt some adrenaline. Like I'd never felt before. My eyes widened. I got this. I'm unstoppable. I grabbed my rifle and an extra magazine from the Helldiver and began moving down the streets. I moved about 2 blocks down, getting closer to the gunshots. I could see a group of 3 Helldivers up ahead, fighting against a swarm of Illuminant Voteless. I came running in, shooting at the swarm of Voteless that were charging one of the Helldivers that was reloading. Even though I never fired a rifle before, I was a natural. I hit 3 of the Voteless right in the chest, sending them crumbling to the ground, giving the Helldiver just enough time to reload his weapon. The Helldiver looked up. Thank you. Now follow me. That's a different character. Thank you. Now follow me. I looked up at him, confused. But I'm just a... But it was too late. The Helldiver was already heading out. I ran after them. Sir, wait! They couldn't hear me, though they were busy mowing down Voteless left and right. I began to fire. I began to. I began to fire in sync with the Helldivers. The Helldiver and I moved down the street to a huge four-way on of the one of the Helldivers ran up to a weird machine and began to put in a code. Then yelled out, "Extraction will be here soon. Just hold them off, Helldivers. Began calling. Oh, just hold them off." The Helldivers began calling in sentry stratagems that that roared through the sky and crashed into the ground with a fury like I'd never seen before. Just as they did, more Voteless and Illuminate began to swarm. I began shooting, emptying my last clip. Damn it! I pulled out my sword. Bring it on! Come on! I changed down the... I ran down the road towards a group of Voteless, cutting into each one, screaming, "Ah!" I don't know how to do a proper scream. The Helldivers looked over and at each other. How... Where did a thief soldier get a sword? The other Helldivers looked at me. I don't know. After the fighting stopped, the evacuation ship began to land. As I was walking up to the Helldivers, one of them yelled, "Wait! Guys! I'm not As I was
No,
walking up to the Helldivers, I yelled, "Wait, guys, I'm not a Is that right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, thought I read it wrong. Before I could get my words out, a small... Before I could get my words out,
It's supposed to be
I saw
Saul.
something
Yeah.
I could never forget. No, 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 no! I can't be. It can't be. Please, no! I looked over on the sidewalk. It was two bodies. I screamed, "Why? It's not fair! This is all my fault!" All, all that went through my mind was flashes of me tearing.
It's supposed to be turning.
Oh,
My
of
bad.
me turning around, seeing my family, telling him not to run off. I began to cry, my mind racing images of the T-Rex falling and crushing people began to flood my mind. It's all my fault. I could have saved them. It's my fault. The Helldivers began loading up into the evac, but one Helldiver stopped, turned around, seeing me on the floor crying. That Helldiver ran towards me. All the others, all the other Helldivers shouted, "IV! What are you doing?" The Helldiver made it to me and grabbed me by the arm. "Come on. Come on. Let's move. Pulling me towards the ship. I didn't even have time to react. Next thing I knew, I was on the ship, going to their main destroyer. One of the Helldivers shouted, IV! What are you doing bringing a Thief soldier on board? You could be put in rehabilitation, or worse, sent to the Mortis Guard. The Helldiver looked up. Okay, I know, Leffis. But I had to. My gut was telling me to bring him. The other Helldivers shook their head. IV, you and your gut is gonna get you killed one of these days. The Helldiver just shrugged. I didn't know what to do. Next thing I knew, I was on the Helldiver's ship. The shipmaster looked at me. I see you brought back more than samples. All of a sudden, I was in front of a democracy officer. Ivy, why is there a sea soldier on board? The Helldiver walked over and saluted. Sir, I don't think he is a sea soldier, sir. The democracy officer pulled out his pistol, pointing at me. So you brought a treasonous impostor on board. The Helldiver stepped in front of the gun. Sir, I don't think that is the case, sir. I think he is just a kid. The democracy officer puts his gun down. Okay. Explain yourself, and make it good, or you will be facing the wall. I began to explain everything that had happened. And now, I ended up in this situation. Once I finished explaining, the democracy officer looked at me. And the other Helldivers. Well, the way I see it, you are a thief soldier, and that doesn't give you the right to be on this ship. So, you got two options. Face the wall, or join the Helldivers. I was shook. What? One of the Helldivers stepped in front of me. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. Between you and me, he's a big softy. Look, we will find a way to get you back home, okay? Don't worry about it. Till then, grab a slice of pizza from Laffy's Pizza Pod and enjoy your stay. I looked up confused. Pizza? The Helldiver laughed. Yeah. You're on a ragdiver ship. After all, courtesy of Laffy's Liberty Pizza. I smiled. Laffy's? I remember that place. My family took me there once. Wait. That's where you guys been? This whole time. I always wondered what had happened to y'all. The Helldiver looked at me. Yeah. That's a long story, kid, but hey, we're back and better than ever. I walked over to the pizza pod and grabbed a slice. I was starving and didn't want to admit it, but the way I devoured that slice, it was obvious. Once I was done, I began to look around the ship and was amazed by all of it. As I walked down a step, my sword clanked against the railing, catching big attention. Catching my attention, I looked down at the sword, remembering the quote, "To be prepared for war is one of the most effectual means of preserving peace." I turned around. I want to fight. One of the Helldivers turned around, looking at me. What did you say? I looked at them more serious than I've ever been before. I want to become a Helldiver. One of the Helldivers walked up to me and kneeled down. Are you sure you can still go home? I smirked. I'm sure. Next thing I knew, I was getting ready to go on a ship and head to a Helldiver training facility. Uh, Hold on. It appears I did not get down one of paragraphs.
No, you got it.
I mean, as in I imported all the stuff into notes, so I forgot to import one paragraph,
Oh, that's
but I
where you
got it now.
stopped at? Okay, okay.
Yeah, I got it now.
All right.
The Helldiver stopped. Before I got on the ship, hey, hey, I'll take this. If you survive training, we would be honored to have you as a rag diver. I looked over at the Helldiver.
What about
Sure
that?
thing.
I think you missed a part.
I did?
Yeah, it was Oh, no. You had it. It was sure thing. Oh wait, take the. Yeah, okay. My bad. My bad. I was trying to read it as you was reading it. My bad. Sorry. Continue.
It's alright. It happens. Sure thing. Oh, wait. Take this and keep it somewhere. Safe. I'll pick it up after training. I took off the sword off my belt and handed it over to the Helldiver. Sure thing. But before you go, what's your name? I got on the ship. My parents call me Big, because of how tall I am for my age. The Helldiver looked confused. Your age? Wait, how old are you? The doors shut, and the ship began to start up. I heard the Helldiver shouting, Big! How old are you? Really? Big! How old are you? I just smiled and waved as I flew off. I thought to myself, I need a new nickname, since I'm gonna be a Helldiver. Hmm. Big. Big. Thief? No. Close. I got it. Big CF. Yeah, I like the sound of that. There we go.
Let's go.
Nice.
Now, I think you'd be a great voice actor, man. You just my writing's got to be a little bit better.
Well, and I need to drink a bit more water before doing this sort of thing. That's apparent.
Yeah, I should have went through. I was digging this hole all freaking day. I should have went through and edited though to where it was more cuz I wrote it like from somebody else reading it. I should have wrote it from you reading it from your perspective. Since it was your character, it probably would have made it a lot easier and I should have went through and spell checked everything more. Like I said, my process takes very long time to get everything correct.
Yeah, just give me a second here. There we go.
But yeah, if you wanna,
Give me a second.
all right.
What is it you were saying?
No, do your thing. You're good. I'll wait.
Go ahead. It's gonna take a little longer. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, if you want, like I said, just do a recording on the what's it called, the GarageBand app, because you can pause it and then like you could read a line, pause it, and then you can kind of like piece it together. You know how to use GarageBand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just do it like that, so it's more like like consistent, and then I can do a bunch of background edits and stuff like that, and we can like take mission clips and shit like that and throw it in there.
Let's just say I got really bored over COVID and I had that app.
Well, shit, you probably know how to use it better than me then.
You'd be surprised. Alright, well, if you're wanting to play a match, I'll be back in, like, about 5-ish minutes.
Uh, Probably gonna get off because my wife still wants me to play Alan Wake. I think she just went to go grab a drink real quick. So,
Alrighty.
but thank you. Appreciate you doing the reading on the story. You're definitely a lot better at the voice acting and reading than I am. So,
Well, hey, there's one voice I know how to give tips on, so if you want help with a British voice, I can do that.
oh no, I can't do a British voice. I can do a Mexican voice.
Ah.
Yeah, I grew up with a lot of people in my family are Spanish, so and Puerto Rican
The
and
way to
stuff like
do the
that.
British one, at least for me, is I talk with the front of my mouth and I don't really say anything that requires the back, or else it won't sound as good. So it takes a little bit of time, but eventually you're able to do it pretty quickly, like I am now.
It's pretty funny. You probably ain't ever seen it. You ever seen the movie Friday?
No, I am not.
Yeah, it's a hood movie. It's a ghetto ass movie, but they got a scene in it where the Chico dude's like, "ASA, that's my dog. What did you do to my dog, Holmes?" He goes, He said, "No more locked doors." It's just funny as hell. But yeah, I'm gonna get off of here, big. Like I said, I appreciate you doing the live with me. Appreciate you reading the story. I hope you like it. I really hope you like the story. And you're
I
not just
do.
saying that. Cause I can rewrite it. Like it's not an issue.
I will let you know when I'm being honest about hating something.
Okay. Like I said,
I
I
can
don't.
promise you that.
Okay, good. Cause like I said, I don't mind rewriting it. If you don't like it and you're just like, oh, I don't want him to have to rewrite it. You know what I'm saying? You could tell me. I don't mind rewriting it.
Yeah.
All right, let me end the stream. Stop broadcast. Bye, guys. I hope you guys like the story. If you make it this far, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Shout out to the Mortis Guard on top of everything. And Ivy out.